Okay, today we're going to look at one way that we can use askKira practically within the classroom. And askKira has been programmed by 103 people working in the English education system who know the difficulties that teachers face and the support that they need from an AI education assistant and coach. And that's what Kira does. And to wake Kira up, all we do is type, "Hi, Kira," and Kira will respond in the same way that a colleague in the staff room would. And we talk to it and interact with it in exactly the same way that we would with one of our colleagues. So today I'm teaching reading comprehension after lunch to my Year 5 class, and I could do with a text related to a topic of the Romans for them to read, answer questions. And Kira will generate a text. On that basis, they'll check first that that's what we want, about daily life in ancient Rome or famous events like the eruption of Mount Vesuvius. But our lesson in history relates to the invasion of Britain by Julius Caesar. So let's link it to that. But please, can you link it to the invasion of Britain by Julius Caesar and his subsequent return to Rome? And it'll do that. So Kira will start to generate some ideas. Would it be good to incorporate direct speech from historical figures and a creative task like writing a diary entry? So we give it direction and say, please, can you generate a text to start with for choral reading, because we want to work on the fluency of our children. So it knows that it's for Year 5 children, and it's written a text that will start us off, but we can improve that if we want. Please, can you double the length? We'll do that in the same way that other large language models like ChatGPT will do. The difference with Kira is that ChatGPT is a general model, whereas Kira has been programmed by people working in the English education system and specifically looks at national curriculum requirements based on the year group that it's writing. So that's generated a nice piece of writing, which has got the historical knowledge in it. And it's also got some challenging words and vocabulary that the children can use. But we can expand on that. So great. Now, please, can you generate me some reading comprehension questions from across a range of focus. And Kira will do that. So it'll generate some inference questions, it'll generate some vocabulary questions, it generates some questions about authorial purpose, summarising and predicting, looking across all the different AFs in terms of focus for reading comprehension, and preparing children at the right level, as we would expect in Year 5, to prepare them well for their transition into Year 6 and to ensure that they've got the different areas of reading comprehension covered. And to save us some time, we can click on this button there, copy that to the clipboard, and we can move that to Word or PowerPoint or whatever different software that you use within your school, Smartboard or to Smartboard software that you use within your school, in order to make it nice and easy for the children. And that's one of the ways that we can use askKira to help us with with reading comprehension. But the other way is we can change the pitch of the writing. Now, please, can you significantly simplify it for my class, because there are a lot of new country arrivals with early stage BAL. And it'll generate a similar, it'll generate a completely different set of questions based on that, based on the needs of the children, and it'll also put hints and prompts in there, particularly for the teaching assistant, the pupil support assistant that might be working with the children. And now, please, can you redraft the original text at a reading age of 5 years? And it'll generate a more straightforward version of the story for simpler children, for younger children, that's more suitable for the children. So in that way, we can ensure that the text that the children are reading and the questions that they're answering are appropriate to their reading age, and we can make sure that they're stretching, but we can make sure also that they're completely accessible while still focusing on the historical knowledge and still focusing on the reading comprehension aspects that we want to cover and teach.